Hello, Moram here. Today I want to showcase you something. The Druid has broken the 1 billion damage mark. As you can see, this streamer has gotten the footage. I'm currently watching the VOD and have found out how he has done it. Now, this one is clearly a bug and is not intended gameplay. Usually you won't hit those numbers, like at all. You can watch his VOD. There are multiple runs where he just does like 200k, 400k, maybe 1 million, maybe 2 million, but doesn't break the billion damage mark. There are a few instances where he hits for 200 million, but those are really not consistent. Now, as you can see here, in this specific clip, when we look at the damage number and what surrounds the enemy, you can see it's the shred proc. This damage number is created because the shred proc is calculated as a separate damage source. This means when you crit for a high amount of damage, the shred then takes 30% of that high amount of damage and recalculates those 30% with all your modifiers to create this enormous big hit. This means this hit triple dips. You have your usual normal damage, then you apply a poison, then you use the blurred beast aspect to pop that poison, and if that hit crits, the Stormclaw aspect is going to take 30% of that blurred beast crit and multiply it again. And this specific bug was patched right at the start of Diablo 4. There are multiple clips of this exact damage bug happening right on YouTube. You can even find this one very easily. There are Uber Lilith kills with this exact bug. Now, will it be fixed during the weekend? Most likely not, so you can enjoy it. But it's really not consistent. And there is another condition for this one. Now I'm on my own character now, and I want to tell you what I have tested. Putting the shred aspect on the gloves, on the ring, or on the weapon does not work. The procs will not happen. The only way to get this one is to have it on the amulet. I assumed this one is also working on the gloves, but if it does, it's extremely inconsistent. I have seen one 50 million hit with this one, nothing higher. On the amulet, I have seen 200 million crits. This one does not work on the weapon. I have done 3 runs, not a single crit, not a single proc above 50 million. And I'm talking 50 million on some really small spider, right? Not on an elite enemy. It also doesn't seem to matter where you put your blurred beast aspect. However, since the assumption is that it's 30% new base damage, it is better to put your blurred beast aspect on a two-handed weapon, because this scales the base damage of that lightning claw's proc. This also makes ranks to shred, ranks to poison creeper, any poison application you can find extremely valuable. And you need to think about things that triple dip. Then you need to think about what multiplier, damage increases can you put on your gear that will increase the poison damage, the blurred beast pop, and the lightning claw proc. This means damage to close enemies, vulnerable damage, crit damage, conditional damage like damage to healthy, damage to poison, any willpower you obtain on your gear or your paragon board, abilities like Grizzly Rage, as well as the crit damage increasing aspect for Grizzly Rage, any generic more multipliers like Resist Strength, Bestial Rampage, Lupine Ferocity, especially Lupine Ferocity if you can proc this one on the 6th hit, Shapeshifting, and Venom is huge on this one. Toxic Claws can be used to stack up toxic damage, poison damage on a boss. And then you swap the amulet to an Envenom amulet and then you proc the poison. So your pop deals more damage because you first apply a ton of base damage and then you pop it. So that's why you swap the amulet. And that's about it. And like I said, this one is extremely inconsistent. And I'm also pretty sure they are going to hotfix this one because you can crit for billions of damage. Now that's all I have found out. And I wanted to report this one to you guys because I put out a shred build. It is functioning with this bug. So you don't need the Tempest Straw helmet for this bug to be abused. Just follow my guide. And instead of putting the, the Shepherd's aspect on the amulet, you're going to put the Stormclaw aspect on the amulet, and the Shepherd's aspect is going to go on the gloves. So that's the only change, and you're going to crit for billions and billions of damage, or multi-millions, like hundreds of millions. And you can abuse this, right? So down below, I will send you the talent planner without the Tempest Straw, and you can enjoy this bug yourself. Anyway, for references, I will leave the link to the video down below, the one with the billions of damage. And make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. You can also join the channel membership and donate if you have the spare coin. See you next time, and bye.